Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. And today we're looking at the DC Multiverse Batwoman, part of the Collect and Connect Clayface line. And let's just get that out of the way here. She does come with the lower half of Clayface, as you can see here, and the head for Clayface, which they gave him a hinge at his jaw, and I love that. I don't know why, I love that. And the detail on this piece is both of them look really good. I'm just putting that out there right now. She does come with an extra head for Cassandra Kane, and I don't know why, but I feel like it's good. Don't get me wrong. The paint job on it is really nice. Well, paint job, I mean sculpt, is really nice, and the paint job is actually really clean. And the skin tone, I want to say, is accurate, but I don't know. Something about it just feels really weird. I don't know if it's because the short red hair is so red with no shading or anything, but something about it looks weird. Other than that, it's actually a really nice looking head sculpt. I mean, it is actually really nice. But anyways, let's get on to the figure here herself. And let's start with her aesthetics, because she looks really good. The cape, it's alright. It doesn't, get in the way too much. It is a little back heavy, but, the bat symbol is on there really nice and clean. The belt is really nice. It could use a little bit of shading for detail, but it looks really good. The red on her, the paint, pretty much, I wouldn't say perfect, but very close to perfect. So, aesthetically, she is a very nice looking figure. And something you may have noticed is, these are the newer DC Mattel figures. They are on newer bodies. They're, supposed to kind of give us more articulation. They kind of are reminiscent more of Marvel Legends, which is a good thing. And one thing that's kind of funny here that customizers may not like is that it's hiding the peg holes for the joints, which is actually really nice. It makes the figure look even cleaner, and I really do like it. Though, how you're going to take this apart to customize it, if you ever wanted to for whatever reason, it might be a little bit more difficult now. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I'm not going to try and take her apart at all. So, that's just me. I just wanted to give a heads up for anybody who is into customizing. Let's just put that away. Yeah, like I said, no peg holes. And it looks nice. You can see where they are kind of like through the stress in the plastic, I want to say. But aside from that, it looks really good. The head sculpt on it is really nice. The hair has some kind of like a little bit of like black wash on it, which isn't the greatest. It almost feels like it's more like oil in her hair or something. And, some of the red is getting on the black. But for, it's a $20 figure. What do you expect? It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but it is very, very nice. Now, there are some things I do wish they would have done with this figure, but I can't fault the figure or Mattel for it because not many companies are doing any of that. One thing would be double jointed elbows. Most female figures don't get those anyway, so I can't really complain about that. And the next one, some figures get it. I don't know about any female characters that have it in Marvel Legends or anything, but a swivel butterfly hinge, I should say, at the arms would have been nice to get some better poses. But other than that, she's actually a really nice figure. And lastly, one thing that might actually be a deal breaker for some of you, no ankle pivot, but we'll get to that in a second. So articulation-wise, she can't really look up because of the hair. It kind of gets in the way there. But it is rubbery hair, so in case anyone's wondering, it is flexible. She can look down pretty good, so that's nice. She can kind of pivot. I feel like she pivots more that way than that way, but that could just be me. And she can rotate her head all the way around, in case you're wondering. So it's not a bad figure, and she does kind of have that, like, back and forward rocking motion right there. So, good amount of articulation in the head. Wish she could look up, but looking down, I feel like for a back character is a little bit more important, so that's pretty good. Arm-wise, her arm goes up really high. That's, really good. But then we get to elbow, and elbow bend doesn't even do a full 90 degrees, which kind of sucks. Again, not a lot of figures are doing good elbows for female figures, so take what we can get. She does have a swivel at the elbow, and she does have a hinge at her wrist and swivel, which is nice. Her left hand is open, like she's holding something in her right hand is a fist. She doesn't come with any batarangs or anything like that, so that kind of sucks. Maybe you have an extra one lying around, you can probably fit that in there. She does have an upper abdomen joint, which when you go back, you can see like a nice big gap right there, which kind of sucks, but it's not bad. She can lean forward pretty good. She can lean back good enough that it makes up for her not being able to look down, I will say. And she can kind of pivot to the left and right, but don't expect anything amazing out of that. It's more like just it's barely there. And she can go left and right and all the way around, in case you're wondering. Belt wise and everything, like I said, the belt is made out of rubber, so it does help. So she can kick forward, though the belt will push her leg down just a little bit, but that's a pretty good kick forward. Can't kick back at all. Can go out to the side a little bit, not too much. Does have that upper thigh swivel right there. Does have double jointed knees, which do really, really well. And can move her ankle that forward and that back. But no pivot, unfortunately, which sucks because it really, especially for like a bat-centric character, would have really helped with the posing for this. I want to say she's one of my favorite DC figures at the moment for sure. I don't have that many, but instantly I can definitely say I really do like her. I think she came out really good. Again, if they just added the pivot, I would say that this is probably one of my favorite figures, female wise, just in general, just because of the black came out looking so good, the red on it looks so good, the face and sculpt and everything is really nice. The fact that we don't get to see the joints and everything looks really good. It's just a really nice looking figure, and she's a nice size too. So let's get on to some size comparisons so you guys can see how she looks like with some other figures. So here she is compared to the DC Icons Batman, this being the Rebirth Batman, newer release, and I know that line I think is ending, and we're going to be getting that. What other? It's another line that actually already exists name wise. It's really weird, but they do scale really good together. Now she won't scale with the older stuff like the Tim Drake Batman that we got in the first wave of DC Icons, but with this Batman, he's actually just slightly taller than her, and I think they look really good together. I know we already got a multiverse Batman Rebirth figure when it's using the old body. I'm hoping we get a re-release of him with an updated body similar to the Superman that came out with this line, but I don't know if that'll happen. I hope it does, because it would be nice to get a multiverse version of this Batman and compare it and see, how they're doing. Because like I said, the face sculpts have gotten so much better. The articulation is getting there. Only thing missing is ankle pivots, and yeah, these two look great. Moving on. Here she is compared to a Marvel Legends Silk, and as you can see, she is a little bit taller than Silk, and they actually do scale pretty good together. If you wanted to put this with your Marvel Legends for whatever reason, I'd say go for it. They look good together, to be honest, and I'm pretty sure Silk isn't the tallest figure out there, so yeah, that's awesome that they pretty much scaled together. So anyways, here she is compared to Marvel Legends Iron Man. You can see Iron Man is actually taller, bulkier, and bigger as he should be. And yeah, again, works great with Marvel Legends, so that's awesome. So overall, I gotta say I am impressed with this line. I'm actually really liking it. Again, there are some things I wish would have been done better. The ankle pivot definitely being one that they need to add. I don't understand why they didn't do it. The Halo figures have them, albeit the Halo ones, their ankle pivot isn't that great, though I feel like that's just the design of the boot and everything kind of interfering with that. If they had done it with this figure, I think it would have came out so much better. Same thing with the capes. I do hope they kind of start looking into using cloth capes. I know not everybody likes soft goods and stuff on their action figures, but for capes, it's definitely something that helps. I'm not even asking for a wired cape or anything like that. It's just a nice soft cape that can kind of like help so she doesn't become too back heavy or anything. But other than that, I really do like it, and I'm actually definitely planning on picking up more of the newer DC figures from now on. So hopefully, they keep up the good work and they just keep getting better from here on out. Uh, we'll be having one more of these reviews. I'm gonna try and do the rest of the wave at some point, but no promises there. Anyways, that is my review for the DC Multiverse Batwoman action figure. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, comment down below, like button, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.